days at the stick. From who's got it better than us to brick by brick. It's always the 49ers way, from off-season to game day. Yeah, we talk back. It's the 49ers Cutback.
It's 49ers Cutback Podcast time. Welcome to the 49ers News Update episode. Really looking forward to getting into this, talking all about the latest 49ers news. Of course, the 49ers have an interesting week coming off a big Sunday night win against the Chargers. Now they prep for a game on Monday night against the Arizona Cardinals that takes place in Mexico City. And the 49ers are going through some different type of methods to be able to prepare for that game, including flying to Colorado Springs, Colorado, so that way they can get used to practicing in elevation. They're a little over 6,200 feet. Of course, in Mexico City, over 7,200 feet. So they're doing the best that they can to be able to handle everything that has to go along with getting prepared for this Mexico City game. Early reports are 49ers fans could make up to 82% of the crowd that is going to be at that game in Mexico City. So it should be heavy 49ers. No shock to anyone that has seen the way the 49ers fans travel. The faithful do it better than anyone. But who's going to be on hand to play for the 49ers against the Arizona Cardinals? Both teams have a little bit of concerns with injuries. Of course, Arizona, question marks surrounding Kyler Murray. I'm sure that's going to play out during the week. Early reports are he could be out. The 49ers may be going against a backup again, like Colt McCoy, who beat him last year. But what about the players the 49ers are going to have? Kyle Shanahan took the KNBR to kind of discuss a few of the guys. He was asked on the Murph and Mack show about Javon Kinlaw and about Eric Armstead. When it came to Eric Armstead, he took more of a wait-and-see approach. Armstead could play in this game. If he practices Thursday, it would go to point a long ways into him playing. Now, with Javon Kinlaw, he took a little bit of a different response. Of course, Armstead hasn't played since week 4 against the Rams. Kinlaw has been out for a while. He's been on injured reserve since October 15th. So he's had some setbacks with his knee, and that's kind of where he's at. But let's listen to what Kyle Shanahan had to say. He said they're both going in the right direction. So that's good news at least, right? He's saying both of them are moving in the right direction. He said Kinlaw will not play this week, so Kinlaw officially out. Even if he had a chance to, we wouldn't risk it at all flying there. Going to deal with the altitude and stuff. That's kind of what got him this last time going to Denver. So elevation, of course, can produce swelling, and that is something that has definitely hindered Kinlaw, is swelling in the knee. They're not taking any chances of him playing against Arizona at 7,200 plus, altitude there. So I think that the elevation is going to play a big part of it. So no Javon Kinlaw, but possibility for Eric Armstead. Keep you updated throughout the week on what Armstead could be, doing in this sort of game this week. Another one that, was out this week was Samson Ebukam. And Ebukam, there was not really any updates on him. Kyle Shanahan did not go into, what is up with Ebukam, when Ebukam will return. So we're going to have to play this by ear. I would like to think Ebukam's going to be able to come back. He was dealing with a quad that he hurt last Monday during practice. He did not practice the entire week last week after that, and he was not ready to go for the game. Now, Jordan Willis came back. Jordan Willis played really, really good. And in fact, the 49ers defensive line played pretty good. Charles Omenihu had good numbers starting opposite Nick Bosa, and Jordan Willis came out and made an impact as well as part of that rotation playing opposite of Bosa. But Bosa had to play all but 2 plays in that game. That's not something you can consistently do. The 49ers need to make sure they slowly get Ebukam back. This would be a nice week to have him back. You need to put pressure on Arizona's quarterback. Next up, though, Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers have a certain media schedule. And I wanted to go over what the media schedule is going to look like this week with the game being on Monday. Of course, today, on Wednesday, players have the day off. They traveled yesterday to Colorado Springs. Today is their day off. Normally it would be on Tuesday, but everything is somewhat pushed back because of the Monday night game. On Thursday, they're going to practice at 12:18, and then Kyle Shanahan is going to have a press conference after. A little bit different because Shanahan has been all throughout the year holding a press conference before practice. On Friday is 12:58 practice, and after practice, D'Amico Ryans, Chris Forster, the O-line and run game coordinator, will be speaking, as well as Jimmy Garoppolo, the starting quarterback. Saturday, they will have a practice. Normally, it would be Friday, but because they're playing on Monday, it'll be Saturday. Kyle Shanahan will talk again. That's when we'll find out more about the injury designations for the week, who is listed as questionable, who is doubtful, and who is out for the game. Sunday, no media availability. They're traveling to Mexico City. And then on Monday, they kick off against the Cardinals in Mexico City at 5:15 p.m. So that is what the 49ers schedule is going to look like this week. And the 49ers made a couple of roster moves as well. The 49ers, went ahead and signed quarterback Jacob Eason and wide receiver Dazz Newsome. And as part of that, they let go Taji Sharp, who they signed last week, the receiver, and Kurt Benkirk, who's been with the 49ers for a little while. He came over from Green Bay. Eason is 6'6", 230 pounds, was drafted by the Indianapolis Colts in the 4th round at 122 overall in the 2020 NFL Draft. Over his 3 years with the Colts, Seahawks, and Panthers, he has appeared in 2 games and completed 5 of 10 attempts for 84 yards. Eason was released by the Panthers on November 7th. So the 49ers bring in Benkirk, make sure he understands the system. Now bring in Eason. He's going to understand the system. They're taking a look at these guys, but also building up in case they have injuries, they have capable bodies that they can bring in to fulfill a role. And I think that's what you got to continue to do. Plus, if Eason is an upgrade over Benkirk, it's a solid move. You always want to make sure you're getting better at the position. As far as Dazz Newsome is 5'10", 184 pounds. He was, of course, with the Chicago Bears, drafted in the 6th round in the 2021 NFL Draft. He appeared in 3 games, 1 start as a rookie in 2021, and registered 2 catches for 23 yards, as well as 6 punt returns for 75. You see some of that versatility could be something the 49ers are interested in. He was waived by the Bears on August 23rd, 2022, and spent time on Kansas City's practice squad until November 3rd when he was released then. So the 49ers are bringing in a player who was with the North Carolina Tar Heels. He had a lot of starts for them, 32 starts, 188 receptions, 2,435 yards, and 18 touchdowns. He also had 20 carries for 183 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also had 48 punt returns. So it's a guy that can help on special teams. It's a versatile player that you would like to have on your practice squad. He can do a lot of things with the ball in his hands. You see, he can run the ball, he can receive the ball, but he can also kick and punt return as well. That is something that is more enticing to the 49ers as far as versatility than Taji Sharp, who was released. Yeah, he's 6'2", 194 pounds, but a little bit different way. So the 49ers making some roster moves along the way and continuing to build their practice squad. This is something they've done for several years now. They keep bringing guys through. Some guys they hold on to, other guys they rotate through to make sure they have people that understand their playbook, but also they want to continue to add versatility to each one of those positions just in case they need them. Next up, Dre Greenlaw. So far, the NFL has not come with anything as far as the suspension for Dre Greenlaw. We'll see if they do. But right now, Dre Greenlaw is sitting in a position where he was, yes, ejected from the game, but it doesn't look like he's going to have any further ramifications. Earlier in the week, Kyle Shanahan said he does not expect Dre Greenlaw to be suspended. That is good. Further discipline was somewhat rumored, and I know that he was at risk possibly for that to happen, and that was feared, but it looks like Dre Greenlaw is going to be okay after the hit that he was flagged on against the quarterback of the Chargers. So next up, Trent Williams. One of the big stories coming up this week, if you're on Twitter or if you've been on YouTube, you've even seen NFL former players, also national personalities weighing in on the fact, does Trent Williams have a tell? When he's in a when it's a pass play, he has his foot farther back. When it's a run play, he gets more even. Is that tell tipping plays to the defense? This was something we heard coming out of the Chicago game where they talked about him having a tell. In that game, he was twisting his foot a little bit, potentially giving away when it was passed and was run, and this came back up. 49ers content creators have been discussing it, bringing it up, showing video, and some former players have weighed in. A lot of former offensive linemen have weighed in, including Andrew Whitworth and others. And what they've said is, yes, that a lot of offensive linemen do this. That is, it's something that you don't really concern about, though. Do defensive players look for it? Yes. But is it going to affect the 49ers long term? Can they get that over to the guy potentially rushing against McGlinchey in time? Probably not. So it's one of those things. Is Trent Williams potentially tipping plays? He could be. Here's the thing. Don't guess wrong, right? If you're on the defense, Trent Williams throws you off one time, you think he staggers his stance a little bit more than, and you think it's a pass, and they run and it breaks for a big play, that's on you. Or he comes up square because he's going to do a short slide, and you go ahead and think it's going to be a run, and you don't get off the ball, and he's able to stuff you at the line of scrimmage, and they throw for a touchdown. You're going to have to answer those questions to the coach. So it's been a great topic of conversation, but it looks like Trent Williams, whether he's tipping or not, it's not really giving that much help to the defense. As far as Aaron Banks last week, of course, missed practice because he had a personal day. And the reason why is Aaron Banks has become a father. So congratulations to Aaron Banks, and his family on welcoming the new child. Aaron Banks is having one heck of a year on the field and one heck of a year in his personal life as well. So congratulations to the Banks family for that. And with Deebo Samuel talked to the media a little bit. Very excited about this offense moving forward. Really excited about Christian McCaffrey and what he can add to this offense. So it looks like he feels like once this team gets all their chemistry together and they're able to kind of understand what each other's roles are in this offense, it's going to be exciting. And that's the thing. You can't really count on, is it going to be McCaffrey this play? Is it going to be Deebo? And we've seen some of that against the Chargers. Deebo taking advantage of a lot of attention going to Christian McCaffrey and vice versa. I think it's going to be an exciting time in San Francisco. So here is the current news update for you. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. If you have the opportunity to like the video, that'll go to help the channel a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already. We've seen a huge uptick in subscriptions recently. Very much appreciated. But thank you all so much. And if you have anything you'd like to ask, leave it in the comment section down below. You want to have a conversation or have an idea for a video, leave it in the comment section down below. Really appreciate everyone. Thanks everyone for coming by the 49ers Cutback. Really enjoyed having it. Until next time, stay safe and remember the right way is always the 49ers way.